April 26, 1966. It was a sunny, beautiful day, 70 degrees outside with a slight breeze. Summer was just beginning as this was a perfect day. The home was located in Montana and an old married couple have lived there their entire life. Their house to them was a trophy home, a farm-style house with a large yard for kids and grandkids and tons of space between the house and anything else that surrounded it. To get to the home, you have to travel on a long dirt road with beautiful trees and a fence on each side. The home was everything they always wanted.
Hey Mary, want to do something special for tomorrow?
Stan was a 64-year-old man who was a factory worker for an industrial factory in town. He was about 6 feet tall, average build for his age, and graying hair displaying his age.
I don't really know. I kind of just want to relax, nothing too big.
Mary was also in her 60s and she was a smaller woman, about 5'5" with short gray hair, and she always wore her usual floral dress. Tomorrow was their 30-year anniversary.
Mail comes tomorrow, doesn't it? Any chance you'll be around for when the mailman comes?
I'm not really sure. You know I have work tomorrow and I couldn't get off.
The significance of Mail Day on their 30th year anniversary was that they could possibly get the best present they could ever imagine. A letter from their only son Joe, a United States soldier fighting in the Vietnam War. Their son Joe has been gone for over a year and they haven't heard from him in way too long.
Okay, I understand. Just promise me you'll try.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Now come sit down for dinner before it gets cold.
As dinner finishes,
Wow, Mary, that was wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'll take care of the dishes. You go get ready for bed and I'll meet you up there.
the two head off to bed, hoping that tomorrow will be the day they finally hear from their son. They both go to bed with hopeful smiles on their face, hoping tomorrow comes even faster. Stan wakes up first to head off to work, but before he leaves, he goes outside to get some flowers for his wife. He then writes a note for his wife and heads off to work.
Happy anniversary, Mary. Today's the day. I can feel it. Can't wait to spend the day with you. Love, Stan.
Mary wakes up and right away gets a huge smile on her face as she sees the flowers and the note. Once again, it's a beautiful day outside, so she gets ready, then goes outside to tend to her garden.
Mary, I'm home.
What a surprise. I thought you had work all day.
I got my boss to let me off a few hours early so I could be home with you for when the mail comes.
Mary heads inside to get a pitcher of lemonade and meets Stan on their porch to enjoy the weather and wait for the mailman. As they sit, they start to hear a car come down their driveway, and as it gets closer to them, they finally see who it is, the mailman. Stan and Mary's hearts begin to beat out of their chests. As the mailman got out, he waved and headed over to the porch, and Stan gets up to go meet him. The mailman goes into his bag, and after some searching, he pulls out an envelope. The envelope was dirty, rough around the edges, a few small rips, and it turned a brownish color from all the dirt. It definitely had a long journey. As the mailman started to hand the letter to Stan, Stan reached out with his shaking hand and grabbed the letter. His sweat-filled hands put even more marks on the envelope. Stan started heading back up to the porch.
It seems like today's the day.
I'm ready if you are.
As Stan and Mary looked at the envelope, they read their names and address. Mr. and Mrs. Rogers, 416 Horseshoe Lane, Livingston, Montana. Their hearts dropped when they saw the Vietnam stamp on the envelope. Today was the day. After endless mail days, they finally have received a letter from their son. They began to open the envelope. It was folded into thirds, and he opened it slowly. They read it together in silence. The date said March 21st, 1966, so they knew it took over a month to get to them. As they were reading, they could not do anything else but cry after reading how their son Joe has changed and how he can never be the same man again. They are proud, though, knowing their son was so brave, and after months of waiting for a moment, it ended in minutes, and all they could do was cry. Some tears were filled with happiness from the thought that their son was still alive, but some were filled with just sadness, knowing they don't know when they'll ever see him again. They looked at each other and quickly embraced each other, because all they can do is wait and hold on to the last thing he said in his letter.
I'll be home, though. I won't let anything stop me. I love you both. Joe.